right below the volume weighted average price here. This one, let's see. The high of this last candle was 1230. So, yeah, I mean, I would say that one, if it breaks through 12 and 1230 is a possibility. I'll put an order at 1204. So I have a starter there on APDN, and I would add over 1250 because the break of VWAP is a powerful setup. So I'm adding there at 1250, and I'm going to put my order on this now at 13. And I'm going to increase my max share size for 1275. Adding at 1275 there for the breakthrough 13. So this type of setup for me, I usually like. Let's see what this does right in this area. I'm taking a little profit out to be safe. And now what I'm gonna do while it consolidates here under 13 is I'll look to add back on a 1 minute micro pullback. So this is what we call the break of VWAP setup. It's a very powerful setup. A lot of people are watching the volume weighted average price. The high is 88. I'm still holding partial size with an order at 13. Pre-market high is up at 15, so it's got a little ways to go. All right, so order, I'm adding there at 96 for the breakthrough 13. So we've got a high of 98. My cost basis has moved up a little bit. Is it going to rip through 13? So we know that whole dollars are psychological levels of resistance. So one of the things I'm going to do is unwind a little bit of the profit and scale down in case it cannot hold over 13. And then again, I can wait for the next setup. So the high here is 1306. I would put my new order at 1310. Now, a break of VWAP is good. A retest of the VWAP may be necessary. The high here is 1306, and I'm still holding an 1,800 share position. 35 shares. And my stop on it is going to be, well, VWAP is 40, so I'll put my stop maybe around 25, 15 cents below the volume weighted average price. So here's the thing. This is an obvious setup, a break of 1230. This is where any day trader would be watching this, because if it breaks over that level, it changes from stair-stepping down to stair-stepping back up. If you're buying at the obvious place, you should expect to see volume. And if you buy and you don't see volume, it means you have the wrong entry. The volume is confirmation that other people see the same setup. So it doesn't matter whether, I mean, you guys see, these go with or without me. There are so many times where I totally miss the trade. They're breaking out because over that price, that's what we call an apex point. It's the volume weighted average price. It's the high of that recent pop. A break of that level is significant. It's a significant line in the sand. So, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's broken the VWAP. Now, as long as it consolidates above it, it's just shifted from bearish to bullish. It's bearish below the VWAP. It's bullish above it. This is a 1 minute micro pullback right here. So is that a trade? You tell me. So what's the high of this level? The high is 35. So where's the next order go? 35. Over 35, where's the next spot? 1350, 1340, 1340, 1350, 1360. So I keep moving my orders up. I look for that follow through. These are going to go with or without you. So let's see what it wants to do. Ride that momentum. That's what I say. So we've got 23, 24, a little bit of resistance up here, but it's holding up pretty well. So I'd be looking for this to break over 35.40 for a squeeze up to the $0.50. If we get the squeeze up to the $0.50, that's another 50 cents off the $13 breakout. Watch here. Is this a good spot to take profit? Yeah, I would say so. So I'm taking a little profit off the table. On the next pullback, I can look to reestablish a new entry point. So I'm holding 822 shares. This is the fourth leading gapper in the entire market. The high there was $13.50, so a little bit of psychological resistance there at the $0.50. That's not surprising. We see that a lot. Usually if I add for a breakout, I expect pretty immediate resolution. So if you took that 1 minute setup right there, because that by itself was a good setup. Now, if you're already in from down here, that's fine. But if you took this trade right here, because you said, hey, that's a 1 minute micro pullback, I've learned that in the classes. How many of you guys took that trade right there? The long over 13. Now, it didn't matter whether or not I took it because you understood the setup, right? This is a 1 minute micro pullback, and the high is $13.50. So now it's coming back, it's retesting that level, it's bouncing off the low of 13. The 5 minute candle may need a little bit more time to consolidate, which is fine. We'll see what it does. So again, those of you guys streaming on Facebook, YouTube, we've got 14 minutes to the bell. And for Friday, I said that if we got 3,000 thumbs up, that I would keep streaming through my trading session this morning. Yesterday, as many of you guys know, I donated $30,000 of my, to sort of represent that $30,000 that I lost off the top as a reminder to be thankful for what you have. So I donated $30,000. Some of that in memory of John Lewis, the ACLU. Okay. I met him when he was, when it was in like 1999, a long time ago, and very inspirational man. So donated to the ACLU in his honor, donated to an organization that helps children who are potentially being sent back to their, illegal children that are being sent back all by themselves, and to some local organizations here in the Berkshires. One of the goals that I have is to take some money off Wall Street and to send some money back to the local community and to local organizations that do things that I care about. I know some of you guys might say, I wouldn't donate to that. Well, I'll tell you what. When you get to the point of making $130,000 a day, you can donate to whoever you want. I think more than anything, it's about paying it forward and giving back. So I just sold the rest of my position there. I'm going to step back off of it for a few minutes. I'm going to let it pull back. I think at this point it's doing a 5 minute pullback. The high is $13.50. So a 5 minute bull flag above the volume weighted average price is good for me. I'm okay with that. The VWAP is down here around 1258. I could do a dip off the VWAP. We still have a minute left on this current 5 minute candle. So maybe I'll put an order at 1270 and we'll be looking for that dip. So I watched the 10-second chart as a very short time frame. I'm already kind of somewhat, committed on this stock in terms of focus. On the 10-second chart, it's showing me a possible entry at 88. So I'll take a starter there at 86. That's that pivot right there. That's a technical level. First 1 minute candle to make a new high is 13. Now, this 5 minute setup is not ready. So on this type of trade, different from the break of VWAP, this is one where I really want to take my profit from 86 right here at 13.10. And if I can hold a little bit for a bigger move, that's fine. But this is a little bit of a different trade because it's not a really strong 5-minute setup yet. So I take the profit off the table. I'm holding 915 shares, still at 86. Again, my swing trades, we closed out the Netflix and SPX trades yesterday. I'm still holding Tesla and the S&P 500. I'll be watching those at the open. I would like to take some more swing trades, but I'm just kind of waiting for the right spot. There's a 30,000 share buyer on APDN in the 1280s that I just saw. So the 10-second chart now is telling me that there's a possible long over 1313. I'm waiting for a second. It's a little premature on the 1 minute. Sometimes 10-second entries. I mean, it's always best when you have multi-time frame alignment, so you have 1 minute, 10-second, 1 minute, and 5 minute all lining up at the same time. So the high there ended up being 15. Now let's see if it's going to hold $13. So I have a starter there at 1303, buying the dip off of the whole dollar of 13. I want to see a break through 1320. So I'll watch this to see if we get that break. There's 1315, there's 1718, and I would say that's not the convincing break that I was looking for, so this is one I'm going to back out of. So I'm all out and sold the balance at 13. So on that type of trade right here, again, zoom into the 10-second chart, we got a micro breakout there. That should have gone up to 1320, 1340, and it didn't. It came back down, it rejected. So I'd rather get back out close to break even or for a small loss, whatever the case is, rather than risk that going the wrong way. All right, so watching this here, coming back down to the volume weighted average price. The low there was 67. Again, those of you guys streaming on YouTube, Facebook, as I had said before, if we get 3,000 thumbs up by 9:30, I will keep streaming until I'm done trading today. So today will probably be a shorter day for me because it's Friday, but until 10 or 10:30 or whatever the case is. I haven't seen where I'm at on thumbs up. If anyone wants to comment and let me know, but hit that thumbs up button.
Happy
I really
birthday,
it.
baby!
As you may already know, I don't monetize my YouTube channel.
Yes!
So I don't
Happy
get paid
birthday.
by YouTube
Send in the
for
full-on
number of views
cake.
I have. I know a lot of people out there, they,
Make it
like to
stop.
make
I'll make it stop. All you got to
type
do is
of
X out.
clickbait,
Just X out and come back
headlines,
in
all that stuff,
after 10 minutes
because they're
so
getting
you
paid
miss
by
the
YouTube.
play.
I don't get paid by
Otherwise,
YouTube. I only get paid if any of you guys end up deciding to become a student and then telling your friends that, hey, this is a great experience. You guys should come over here and join Warrior 2. So that's the only thing that I get from YouTube. So I really appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up button. All right. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, the 993 exhaust is sounding pretty fierce. Those of you guys who haven't already checked out the Tire Kickers YouTube channel, it's my side project. I'll put this up here for you guys. So this is more of a hobby. But I have a couple other, you can see that Volkswagen bus in the back, and I have a few other cars that I'll do some videos on soon. All right, so make sure you guys subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We're at 1,420 subscribers. You guys can do better than that. All right, so high of the last 5-minute candle, 13, says 1341, but really 1318 is the line in the sand that I'm gonna draw. We have 4 minutes, about 4.5 minutes to the bell. You can see that dip off the VWAP would have been a nice one. Is it gonna hold 13? I'm long here. I'm buying this breakout and I'm moving in order 1350. Looking for a break over 1350. Adding there, looking for 1375. New order goes at 14. So on something like this, I'm gonna keep adding for a move to 14. I really don't want to take profit until we see 14. So orders at 1375 to add again. Watching. Adding right there, 1378. Target is 14. If we get a break through 14, then we could get a squeeze up to 1450 and maybe a retest of 15. So again, this is the type that I just want to ride this momentum on as much as possible. I don't really want to let it off the hook. I want to try to really capture some nice profit on it. My cost basis is 1334. We're churning a little bit here. Anytime we churn makes me a little nervous. Taking some profit out, and new order is going to go at the high of this candle, which is 1382. So we have that drop there. The high back here was 1382. I'll put my order at 1390. All right, so I'm still holding 3,900 shares, just under 4,000. There's 55. So usually rather than sell into a flush, I like to let it pop up a little bit. So as it popped back up there, I was able to unwind, see that it hit a high of 54. So rather than sell down here at 26, I waited for it to pop back up. Popped back up there. I'm still holding 669 shares. The low is 26, and I'm going to look for my next trade on it on a 1-minute pullback. I don't like that didn't break 14. This was a 5-minute setup. A 5-minute setup should have nice follow through, nice breakout. And this looks right now like a little bit of a false breakout on the 5-minute. So I'm gonna look for a dip trade off of VWAP. I'm gonna put my order down at 82. The volume weighted average price is at 80. For those streaming on YouTube, I'm gonna put up my disclaimer here. In case you didn't already know, day trading is risky. Most people who day trade will lose money. So if you want to start day trading, number one,
that's it. Okay.
Practice in a simulator.
If you don't want them, I don't know what to do. Actually, I do know what to do. Fuck you. Don't trade it. It's simple as that. Okay. So God bless you. Okay. If I gamble, I'm a grown-ass adult. I made this decision. I worked really, really hard. And if you saw somebody who has fucking 20 multiple personalities, gamble as much, like, you wouldn't do it. So don't do it, okay? Take some fucking personal accountability and responsibility here, okay? I love all of you. I want you to succeed. But I got to live my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Asian girls. If you don't like Asian girls, that's okay. So back the fuck up, okay? God bless you. Welcome. I can't cuss. Hold on. So 1 minute. But Facebook, Apple will be cheaper. That got me a sub. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. This guy was like subbed instantly. He's like subbed. That's it. I'm with this guy. I don't know what I said between I like Asian girls and that. It got him. Between Asian girls and fuck you, don't copy my trade. Whatever it was, he was just like subbed. I'm in. This guy, he said, I don't care. There's something about this guy. I'm in. Yeah, I love it. This guy's crazy. I don't know if it was an Asian girl. We said that a lot. That's crazy. All right, the market is open. Watch for the continuations. Again, these were the biggest earnings. Amazon, Apple, and Facebook are the ones that broke out of expectations. Amazon's in expectations. Let's see. I don't know if the clapping was even that bad. 2.8 thousand likes. Oh, you guys are not getting any plays. Press hide chat, X out the chat, hit the thumbs up button. It's good for your soul. It's very, very good for your soul. Oh wait, no, that's above 50%. I just thought we had more people. Oh, whoa, it says I'm up. Okay. And Facebook's killing it. And again, Apple, we have a lot to talk about with Apple in the split. There's a few different things. Again, Apple is going to be like Apple is going to come up over the next few days, next few weeks, etc. Oh, those Facebook 330 calls barely went up. Okay, so look at some of the Facebooks are cheap. Some of those old plays we have are kind of, you can see how the premium's value. So look at it. You see how it's coming down now? This is good. Again, if we get cucked off, it'll be bad. But you see how Facebook's selling off now? This could create one of those opportunities for us. But the idea is,
Sold it, break even at 12:01.
I hate these spreads. The spreads are fucking sickening,
so
dude.
sometimes timing those dips is not super easy.
I want to scalp this so hard, bro. I really want Friday Josh. I could hear him. I hear the cage still. Apple's coming down now. Watch out for that.
Yesterday, as you might recall, I gave back some
profit. I love you. I appreciate you. I love you. God bless you. I love all of you. So that's all.
You know, I'm fine with trading dips. I just
gotta you gotta remind them sometimes, though. You know what I'm saying? I just like, dude, like.
So we're below the VWAP right now.
You're an adult. I'm an adult too. You know, stay in your lane.
Halted going down.
I hear the cage louder than ever. Damn, that shit just depreciated so hard.
Average is at 14.
Oh, I would have got clapped heavy.
There might be a dip trade on it. It's kind of a big sell-off.
Yeah. Look at you guys getting back. Go look at some of the calls. Bro, that's what I'm saying. The calls didn't even go up that much. That's crazy, actually. Like low key, like even some of the weeklies, like you really even like Facebook, you lost on almost. You made
losses, but
you made like 100%, 50% on any of those plays. On any of the earnings plays, you took an L both fucking ways.
Shares.
We lost $100-something on the 3 puts just in case. Pretty much. Imagine if it went the other way. The calls didn't. This is exactly what we expected. That's awful.
It's the first candle to make a new high, but we know we've got the upside resistance of the volume weighted average price.
Well, everything's selling out for right now. Again, this is normal. You guys this is our strategy. We want to play this. We want to play this first 4 or 5 minutes on the downside
position, which I can hold for a dip trade. So again, kind of a lot of lines going on here, but the volume weighted average price right now is at like 1270.
Bro, they just got, bro. I'm looking at the premiums. These got
1266.
So get ready. AMD's on the low.
The low is 82.
KO, is it ripping?
82 holds.
I hope. If those weeklies come to life, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do have the audio alert, but I think it's just not, I don't know, it could just be the, not sure what it is. So if you see on the 10-second chart,
what time is it? 4 minutes.
This ascending support line, that's got to hold. New orders at 1250. I'll watch for dip trades or breakout trades. Sun, I'll keep an eye on, but
hold on.
I don't think I like it as much. Back in there at 44.
Blow your nose and brush your teeth.
On APDN,
disgusting.
looking for the break over the $0.50. That's
crazy.
55.60.
I'm not going to say a joke. I held myself back.
God bless you. The break of the volume weight average
on
price.
Friday,
So
that is very rare.
66,
I don't know how you lucky. The Holy Spirit just came over me.
There, 65.
You know that? God bless you so much.
Or,
God bless. You heard the wind up. I hope you guys know. You heard that fucking wind up. I was coming in.
And then a squeeze back up.
I was ready to go. Oh, Bradley Frizzle in the peach.
So right
Oh
now,
man,
I'm giving it a second.
that's a
Pop
good
back to
what's it called?
12.50.
How do we see? Let's go. It's a great alternative.
And I've got to manage this kind of tight.
Than punching you. This earnings
So
is a
I'm
lot of
selling
it.
the
This is
position for a
continuation,
loss.
but
That
I mean,
was
it makes sense with
maybe
what we got, bro.
$2,000
Oh my
loss.
god, I said this yesterday.
It is
You
coming
guys are
back
telling
down
me
to
Powell didn't,
support.
bro. This was the best pump fake
And
ever.
1182.
You guys
is a
realize that?
possible dip. Off
Like
the
this
bottom of
was
that
this was
support
one.
line,
We have a
but
lot to talk
now
about with
it's
that
starting to
theory.
move the
Actually,
wrong way.
I have a lot to talk about with, dude. I was thinking about this all lot.
So
Dude,
it
this is
needed to break the
craziest
VWAP
thing ever.
there, and it couldn't do it.
I
so
hope you guys
I'm gonna
know.
put that one on hold for a few minutes.
You guys
I'll
have
let
to.
it
This is like a real,
consolidate
like
and
not
maybe
even
come
like,
back
bro.
to
The
it.
play act like this is crazy. Google's still selling off. Google had the first. I'm surprised, honestly. We keep selling off right now. It was so bearish. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have to do anything with bearish or bullish. It's the fact that we were looking at macro data with the Fed. It's either going to be macro or earnings.
Guess I'm okay on my Tesla swing
But
trade.
then
The market opened and then
I
started pulling
couldn't
back.
forecast the first time in 6 years
So I've
that
got,
the biggest company in the world was going to do a strategy to
S&P.
just protect their market cap and do all sorts of. There's so
Let's
many
see.
implications.
So that's
So
the.
we'll talk about that.
Those are
Interest-
my
yeah, interest
prices.
up
My trade
30%.
price is 60
Alex
cents.
said
The
he
mark
hit
is
that.
24 cents. My trade price on Tesla is 427. The
It's
mark
still
is
coming down. Apple, Google,
335,
everything's coming
so
through. Yeah, Google's down
I'll
a
hold
lot
those for
actually.
now.
I thought this was the ketamine.
Son,
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna have to take it a little more seriously now that it's popping back up.
Shout out to
Wait
Nigel.
for a
Nigel was a
pullback.
lot of fun yesterday.
17 million
You
shares
guys
of
got to
volume. The
witness
high is
a birth
614.
or pregnant. That was crazy.
Is it gonna hold 6? Watching.
These are ugly
I'm
sell-offs
long,
so far,
614
bro. Thank
on
God. Some of the,
Sun.
bro, so what?
Looking for the
I was gonna
squeeze
buy
up to
some of these calls
625,
4
adding
minutes
their
ago.
629.
They've already dropped
Hold
50%.
level
So
639.
be very careful. Be very, very, very careful.
So
The
I'm gonna hold
premiums
this
are
and
not
put an
looking
order
good
at
here. This is-
650.
It's
to
gonna
add
be
on
good though,
resumption.
because once I mean, if it pops
It's
up,
up
bro,
119%.
you have no idea.
That type of trade. So I'm gonna put an order for 5,000 shares to add at 650. This type of trade target is a retest of the pre-market high, 740. So it's a break of
Dude,
VWAP
it's
again.
all red.
Was it extended at 6? Yes. But this is what it did.
Coco
Watch this
launched
10-second chart.
coffee-infused
It popped
cola.
up to
That sounds
614. It
disgusting.
pulled back. I bought on that
Someone
pullback.
tell Coke to slow the fuck
We would
down.
call that a micro pullback. It's a micro pullback. It pulled back just for a second, and that was the opportunity.
I want the
to
Facebook,
get
but it's
long.
not looking. Facebook
So
might
I'm
not
long
bounce.
with an order.
Facebook might
at,
hold up here. I want 'em, though.
650 to add on resumption, and looking for a squeeze up to 675, maybe parabolic up to 7 or even higher. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize my camera was there. Sorry about that. Okay, so, all right, so ACHV. Let's watch this for a second. So ACHV is going to be a 10-minute long haul. My goodness. Brutal open.
Whoa. I made a play. Do not trade this. You will lose money on this. It's not a recommendation. That's why I put it on the screen. And it's on there for a reason. That's why nobody on YouTube has a scrolling one for 7 hours a fucking day. Okay? Because you're not supposed to trade this. I'm really, really rich. If I lose on this,
Nice
it's
job,
not going to
guys,
affect
on,
my life. Okay? Any more
Sun,
information that you
SONN,
need
for those who have traded
to
it.
let you know that you shouldn't touch this play, please let me know, okay? Just please let me know. Anything else you need, I will tell you. Do not trade this. This isn't a game. This isn't a recommendation. Especially if you don't know me or if you've seen me, you're in for a very big surprise. What's the play? I mean, I'm gonna document it here in a second for educational purposes, but please. It's cause it's honest. It's cause I saw one comment. It was just one comment on my Instagram, and it was from it was a musician. It was a musician. I'm like, why aren't you working? I'm like, man, I'm gonna kill you. I'm kidding. I mean, it doesn't matter, but still. Next week, Facebookian. So, do you guys understand? Do you guys, I'll make you guys fill out a waiver before. No, honestly though, I just really want you guys to, like, be careful though, because I know a lot of people are doing very, very good, especially if they've just paid attention. But if you're not paying attention, if you're not listening to what I'm saying, you're gonna lose. I mean, it's as simple as, that's how you're walking in the casino and you have no idea what's going on. So, there you go. But, be careful. I grabbed Facebook next week. 275 calls. I bought 10 of them at 22 cents. So not a recommendation. Do not trade. You will lose money. I got a little bit of time. I'm trying to play the same strategy we played over the last few days. So good luck. Don't get clapped. Amazon's still up. I might go for that next. It's a decent, I at least have some time. What about the Twitter 19 puts? They just look clapped. Mine are tripping out. You could buy a call and you can sell it the same, I think. What? Bro, Amazon is still pricing in $200 for today? What kind of nasty shit is this? Someone's putting a sell order at 5? I don't see. They're acting weird, and Natasha pointed out. No, it's straight. I'm not seeing a movement on it. I mean, I think they're pretty much dead. They have time, though. I'm looking at... I want Amazon, but damn. They're awful. Qualcomm ripping. How about those AMDs? Didn't we get the AMD weekly flip this week? Those are dead, huh? UPS frogs. We'll get Apple up. How about Apple? Let me see the Apple, actually. Apple kind of look... I want to trade Apple, but this thing looks crazy. Apple is expensive as hell, dude. Apple is expensive as hell right now. Holy. Yeah, there's a lot of hype on Apple, even with the premium. So watch, watch, because it's kind of bouncing. You want this to come. Dude, the premium's already just... Dude, that's crazy, actually. Why are these premiums holding up so well on Apple? They really like the Apple. You guys love Apple. We're hitting new lows on the SPY. I mean, the Dow Jones is down right now. The SPY's about to go red. We're giving up. I mean, we weren't up more than 1%, so it's not... There's a lot of expectations coming into this, but we weren't, like, up a lot. Dude. So not American, how fun would it be for Friday for Josh to have 2 banks? Oh yeah, and then fucking blow out my aorta. All right, that sounds fucking great, dude. Let me go get my cotton candy and sour heads bang energy drink. This is not a promotion because they won't pay me, but they'll pay. I don't know. They'll because I'm not sexy. They won't pay me. Okay, that's it. Okay, I don't look good in short shorts, and I can't wear short shorts while I trade stock, so they won't give me a sponsorship. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it because we have the best numbers in the game, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm totally like trolling. Expedia is still down. Yeah, they dropped yesterday. If you mix two bangs together, you actually have the ingredients of a Nikolai fuel cell. It's very good to know. Dude, I can't believe... Bro, Apple's crazy right now. Expedia is dropping. You like the sour heads? I do like the sour heads. I like sour heads and cotton candy. I'm honest. I think I'm still like 5 years old. I'm like, give me the Waterheads one and the cotton candy one. Yeah. I like Warheads. Twitter fat finger. I forgot we had that one NVIDIA, but bro, Apple. It sucks. I want to get to Apple's, but I feel like, dude, they just shot up 300% on the next weeks without like anything. Low key, like that. Like this move on Apple is crazy so far with the next week premium. I'm looking at it. I still have those Twitter puts. I know you guys are saying there's something. I think there's just something up with it. I think Twitter's doing its thing and Twitter's getting clapped. I don't know what it is. Oh wow, the Facebooks went up too. Now the Facebooks are the Facebook strategy is working. Holy shit, the Facebooks are up 100%. I didn't realize that. That's great. Because now we got the Facebooks cheap, but they weren't doing what the Apple contracts were doing. But now Apple and Facebook have aligned. That's good. That sucks. I want these apples though. The Apple ones are crap. That sucks. We should have got both app. We should have got the Facebook. We should have got the Apple at the same time as Facebook. Expedia is getting clapped, dude. That just dropped 3% since Adidas posted that. That thing's down like that thing's got clapped right there on that 3 minutes, like real quick. Contracts are expensive on Expedia though. Actually, some are cheap. They're just a little further out the money. That's disgusting. You can't sell because of PDT. Yalla habibi. Come on, I teach you something. You could do the ghetto spread. You ghetto spread it. You don't want to sell it. You want to sell it, not a day trade it. You ghetto spread it. I don't know where you live. If you live in hills, you ghetto spread it. You don't live in hills, you still ghetto spread it, you know? Habibi, it's very simple. Very simple. Did I sell it? Oh, I got PDT qualification. Look at, they gave me it too. I'm with you now. 3 trades to maintain. What does it say? If your account is below, if I make a 1 more, they're going to clap me. Fuck you. You cannot stop me ever. Ever. You think you can hold down this guy? They try to keep me down. Bullshit. Bullshit. I sold 5 of the Facebooks at 55, so that play is entirely free. I will show. I put myself in your shoes now, Habibi. Watch what happened. Let's ghetto spread the shit out of it. Anytime we want. Anytime. They can never stop ghetto spread. They tell you, oh, you need a 25K. You tell them, very, very angry word. Okay? I have come to not make those words no more. But you tell them that, and then you say, I ghetto spread it. Oh, Microsoft is drop. Hold on. That's why they have to make it micro hard. If it's soft, it cannot hold. The low ticker looked pretty bad, bro. That Expedia is damn, bro. That Expedia just. I wish I could whistle better. Fauci testifying. Fauci's gonna go up there and be like, all I can testify is I'm fly as hell. If you want to book me for an appearance, hit me up, tfouch at tfouchappearances.com. Hey, hey, hey. That's it. What the hell he testifying about? He's like, so where you want me to testify at? You want me to testify on this stage? You want me to testify at the opening NBA game? Opening bait? What you got? We could do I could do the Mike Tyson fight. Mike Tyson fighting again, right? I could testify there. You know? I got something new for y'all. Bro, you realize Fauci is the more respectable 6'9". That's it. This is all marketing at this point. The other day, he came out. He's like, what outrageous shit can I say next? He was like, I think y'all should start wearing goggles, honestly. He's like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I mean, maybe you should wear eye care. Like, you know, you ain't think about that. Huh? And now everyone's like, oh my God, Fauci said, he knows what he's doing, bro. Come on, this is marketing 101. This guy's better than any of us. Better than me, better than Kanye, better than Elon. You have no idea, bro. You have no idea. Of course, he's a scientist. Everything. Of course, the science backs it up. Literally, Fauci could do whatever he wants, and then you could be like, oh, a scientist said that. Yeah, he's a scientist. So, you know, I'm a political scientist, technically. So, like, I could tell you anything, and then, yeah. Dude, it's weird. That's funny. But we'll see. If he moves the market, we'll get any news. I'm just messing around. We have all the news, if anything, so we will see. Testified his drip. Ooh. I'm an astrophysicist. What is an astrophysicist? Are you like what do you do in space? I'm assuming. I don't know what you do. What is an astrophysicist? You expected way more. I mean, Apple and Facebook did it. You know, we were able to still get some level of continuation, but there's a lot. Again, just don't get fooled. You saw how yesterday was just like this. Yesterday we dropped 500 points, and then before we knew it, we were right back up. So, but at the same time, with earnings, this could be like a 2-day thing. To physicist Astros, I feel. AMD, Microsoft's still selling off. Microsoft's not down as much compared to tech it is, but again, it's weird. Like Apple's still up 6. Dude, everything is still up like 6, 8, 10%. Low key wild. Need my thoughts on what? My input on AMD? What do you want to do with AMD? No, you up to something. That's it. Anytime anybody asks me, can I have your thoughts on this, but you don't explain what you want to do, I know you up to something. So what are you trying to do? You trying to gamble it? I could bring Friday. This could be Friday Josh speaking to you. Yep, see Sarah. Even Nightbot says sit your ass. No. What do you want to do with it? But be careful with it. I mean, it's going down. We played our play on it last week. We'll see. Do we start a cult motorcycle club? I'd be down, but I just don't think I'd fit in with you guys. because like I used to have a leather jacket at one point, and it just made me look really awkward, like I was trying to be edgy. So if you could let me mix in my own swag and I could get training wheels on my motorcycle, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, I think I would bring your value down. Because, you know, you guys, I've seen you guys. You guys look hard as hell. You guys got real manly beards. You guys are above the height of 5'6". Like, you guys got it going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pull up, they're going to, like, I don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm more behind the scenes. I could probably, like, coordinate logistics and, like, I could map out traffic for you guys. And I could be over the radio, but I don't know if I could be fully in that motorcycle gang. I don't want to, yeah. So. The beard is just the cover. Yeah, dude, I was talking exactly about.
20,000 share buyer there for a second at 50. I'm size down now. I have that candle 780. What I'm sad about is that this is a red candle on the 1 minute. High of the current candle's 59. Back in there at 48, just 10,000 shares to start. Adding right there, looking for the break. Now back through 80. So this is starting to look good. Hands on the buy button. Adding there 75, 76. Break through 80, and then a squeeze up to $8 is what I'm looking for. Watch over 75, 76. There's the volume coming in. There's 80. Is it going to break that level? 80 is our breakout spot. I'm sizing back down. I'm going to wait for the next pullback. New orders at 801. Added there at 55. 60 actually was my fill. Buying that little dip. Looking for the retest of 75 to add through 80. Watching here. There's a clear line in the sand at 80. So my order's at 81. Adding there, 75. Taking profit, 88. New order goes at 8. Watching the level 2, I'm reading the tape. Green buying, adding at 75 there, 15,000 shares, looking for the breakthrough 88, then 98. I want to get a trade on this through $8. Watching over 88. Sold at 75 for a small loss. Looking for the next dip. It's holding up, but not breaking out as kind of much as I thought it would. I'm not sure why it's churning so much up here. It might be that there's people going short and taking short positions that are thinking, hey, it's up 160%, and they're just not getting squeezed out yet. The high is 89. So I kind of have to wait for that next good sized dip for my next trade on it. I mean, either that or I could do a breakout. But let's see. I want to see if it's going to hold 750. Watching here. Long at 30. 2 or 42 actually. So I bought that dip. That was a 10,000 share dip trade. So when I see it flush, I usually like to step in with a buy order. and try to pick up shares off the bottom of that flush. So that was a small winner. The high is now up here at 89, and it was a green doji. I'm glad that the candle's green, but now we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Watching down here around 7. Long, no fill. Hit that buy button, no fill. Tried to buy the dip off of 7. I sometimes do dips with hotkeys, but I actually prefer, if I can, to enter the order because of slippage with hotkeys. So we're 30 minutes into the day. APDN is coming back down. TLSA, let me look. So TLSA is on my halt scanner. It's halted right now. Let me look at the volume on it. 1.4 million shares. Also a reverse split with a pre-market high of 8. The resumption should be about a minute away. So, yeah, TLSA, I'll watch that on resumption. Hang on one second. All right, so yeah, TLSA. We've got some news on it. I'm gonna put an order and just kind of watch to see where it opens. Looks like a 10-minute long halt. So was the reverse split this morning? Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's because of the I guess that's what it is. Is that? Yeah. All right. So I'll keep an eye on that one. Sun, SONN. First candle to make a new high would be over 721. That's a. I'll take a trade here. First candle to make a new high. It's like a 10-cent type of trade. Again, like so very similar to what I said earlier. A trade like that, 10,000 shares, 10 cents, that's $1,000. So, you know, I'm totally okay with doing that, but I'm not going to take 25, 30,000 shares on it. I'm not going to set the expectation that given that it's extended, the first 5-minute candle is going to give us a really, or the first 1-minute candle is going to give us a really big move. I think it's going to have to pop up, pull back, reset, and then maybe we get a 5-minute setup. High of the last 5-minute candles, 52. So, you know, I'll throw an order at 52, but I think it's probably going to tap its head on that level and then pull back. So I'm going to sell more here at 47 to unwind the position from whatever it was down there, and I'm going to let this pull back for a second. So now I'm going to watch the dip. Let's see where it catches support. Long, looking for the break over 50. So I'm jumping into this here. I'm looking for that first 5-minute candle to make a new high since it's basing out over 55.65. Let's see what this does. So I'll say that I never really love a false break of a $0.50, so I'm going to get back out of it. When we have a false break, you know, it really needs to break that level firmly. So now I'm going to watch back off of 7 for a dip trade. Orders at 7.10 to buy the dip. I'm going to cancel that order for right now. I'm going to let it pull back and wait. In at 708, 15,000 shares, buying that dip. So as long as it holds 7, I can hold that position and put the new order at 750 and then scale up to a 30,000 share position on the breakout. So holding the full 15,000, orders at 750 to add. Taking some profit there. It's showing a little bit of weakness. Looking for the next dip off of 7 to add back. Current 5-minute candle has 2 minutes left on it. I sold the rest of the position for now. I'm going to let it pull back some more and then try to do another dip trade. So see there at 7, there was a 40,000 share buyer. So I'm going to watch to see, is it going to break 7 or is it going to hold that level? TLSA resumption is going to be in about just a couple seconds here, watching TLSA on resumption. I've got a long at 38 on TLSA. I'm going to buy this for the break of 850 and a squeeze up to 860. So there's 850 right there, taking some profit, 860, 870, and holding 1,200 shares into the next halt. Not a huge win. I probably sold a little too soon, but you never know because the thing is, these can get extended. So 1.4, 1.9 million shares of volume now. Halted again. I'm holding a small size Sun, SONN. Watching. Is it going to break 7? Buying at 703. 10,000 shares. I tried to do 20, but no fill. So I'm in now, buying that dip off of 7. New order goes at 730. So again, when I saw that big buyer there, that gave me the conviction to press the buy button. So still holding. 10 seconds left on this current 5-minute candle. I want to see it break over, I'm going to add there at 18 for the break over 20. There's 21, 22. taking profit at 18, selling the rest for now. I'll let it pull back again. New orders at 710. The problem now is that the 5-minute candle has a topping tail. See how that 5-minute candle has that topping tail right there, and it actually made a new high by 2 cents. So that kind of screws up the pattern. Again, reminder for those that don't already know, day trading is very risky. You have to be really, really smart about the way you approach this. Most people trading the markets will lose money. So if you want to be one of the few that is profitable, you need to prove profitability in a simulator before you ever put real money on the line. You should not expect that my results are typical. I've been doing this for a long time. Watching Sun. Long Sun at 48, buying a dip there. 10,000 share dip. Adding at 55. And selling at 61. I'm going to let it go a little lower. So now the thing is, it's breaking the VWAP. I'm probably, although I could do a bounce off of 6, I should probably just be happy for what I have on it and not overstay my welcome. TLSA, I'll probably look for a pullback. I'll be watching the 10-second chart. We'll see if there's a dip trade opportunity. Sun has 61 million shares of volume. I don't think that's an issue, Robert. The low there was 611. We'll watch dips. Resumption on TLSA is about 1 minute away. So my trades now are looking much better on Tesla, TSLA, my swing trade. So now we'll go to TLSA. Resumption is 5 minutes, usually, exactly 5 minutes. So watching, resumption. No resumption yet. I'm going to give it a second and see whether or not it does open. Sometimes they open a few seconds after, and other times might be a 10-minute long halt. So this has 1.4 or 1.9 million shares of volume. It's up. Well, it's down because of the way they did the reverse split. Sun selling off a little bit more. So now we're in a stair step down, as you can see on the 10-second chart. Stair stepping down. The low there was 93. I'm in at 92. I'm buying the dip on Sun for a pop back up to 610. I think that this is overdone as a sell-off. So looking for 615, 620. Taking some profit, 606, only 10 cents, but hey, it's better than nothing. Adjust the stop to break even on the rest. The low is 90, is 90. This is interesting. Adding there at 08. It's kind of basing out here. And selling at 15. So let's see. Low here, 590. LEJU halted. Oh, wow, look at that. 2 halts in a row going up. Breaking news at 9:41. Huh, okay, well, I see that. Let me look at the volume on it. LEJU volume. It's very light volume. It's only 96,000 shares. So I'd rather focus on TLSA and Sun and APDN. These ones that have more volume. No. SRNE. I see the setup on that. I don't think it's ready just yet. The high here was 1038. If that level breaks, this is a COVID type of stock. 37 million shares of volume. I'll just have an order ready at 1050, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna trade that. TLSA resumption is going to be in about 40 seconds. And so this one, it was halted, it resumed, and I bought on resumption. It's a little bit of a risky trade. So now it's gone into a second halt. So after the second halt, you know, I can either look to add again, but it's risky, or I can kind of position myself for the next really good setup that I could take 10, 15, 20,000 shares on. And that's what I'd really like to do. I'd like to see if this holds up, where can I size up for the next big trade? But in the meantime, I'll do smaller trades and keep building a little bit of a cushion on it. So orders at $10 right now, just small trades. So watching resumption, watching, still holding, waiting for a dip, adding there for the breakthrough 10 and taking a little profit. I mean, this is stupid. I don't even understand some of these, but I'm gonna let it dip. Adding at 08, so I just bought at 10:08, buying the dip into this next halt going up. So watch over 1050. Break of 1050, halt levels moving up. Watching, adding there 1022. Now looking to ride this momentum up over 1050 for a squeeze through 11. Nope, stopped out. Gave back a little profit on that. I'm gonna let it dip down. So now we've got a pullback here. I'm gonna add right there at 38. There's a 300,000 share buyer, which is crazy. So I just added, and now I'm gonna put my new order at 1050. So watch this here over 1025. Adding there 1025. I'm holding this now, looking for a squeeze up to 11 into possibly a halt. Does it make sense? Not really, but there was a 300,000 share buyer down there in the 930s. So I took some profit off the table. The high here is 70. New orders at 1070. Watching. Adding at 36. Looking for the breakthrough 1075. A squeeze up to 11. Over 1080. Adding here 1088. Looking for the break through $11. So now, I mean, this is just incredibly strong. Looking for that squeeze through 11. There's 11. Taking some profit. It's not going to be my biggest winner of the day, but it's impressive nonetheless. So I've scaled out, taken some profit. I'm going to let it pull back and wait for the next opportunity. So right down here on this pullback, how many of you guys saw that 300,000 share buyer on the bid? So that was tape reading. That's reading level 2. Seeing that is what gave me the conviction to add 8,000 shares right there off the low of that pullback. That turned into a 15,000 share position. So I'm going to watch the level 2 to see if I see that come back. Because if I see that come back, that's going to tell me either someone's getting squeezed out short, or someone wants to buy a huge position, and so that creates a mental backstop for me. So there's a quick trade, but let's just see what this does. It really needs to pull back. So I'm watching. I'm going to put my order at 1120. Adding right there for the breakthrough 11. Target is a squeeze up to 1130. So I'm taking a starter right here on this pullback. Looking for the break over 11. There's 1115. Bit of a spread here, straddling that level. Watching this pullback here. Taking a $1,000 loss and putting the new order at the highs to add back. Watching dip trades. And then first 1 minute candle to make a new high. 10,000 share buyer there at 50. 6.4 million shares of volume. Is it going to hold the $0.50? That's the big question in my mind right now. I'm adding at 78. It's holding the $0.50. Adding again there for the breakthrough 11. So now I'm looking for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high since it's holding 1050. Watch over 88. Stopped out at 50. Gave back probably 2,500 on that trade. Maybe a little more, maybe 4,000. It needed to break over 11 after it based out right here. But I'm still green, so can't win them all. It's the way it is. So now, kind of like Sun, let's see where this base is out. Does it hold these levels? What's the high a day? What are the levels that are in play? 1121. Sun, if it comes back up to the VWAP, I'd like. TLSA. Where's it going to base out? First candle to make a new high right there. Moving my order up a little bit. High of that candle was 75. Watching. Back in 75 for the breakthrough 11. Orders at 11.20. Right there, added. Now looking for 11.45, 11.50. New orders at 11.50 if it can hold 11. Still holding down here, watching. Holding 500 shares. High a day was 11.65. Will it hold 11? I'm adding at 11.15 there. It feels like it's curling, starting to base out here above 11. I'm looking for a squeeze through 11.45, 11.50. Watching the break over the $0.50. Adding there at 45 for the breakthrough 50 and 60. Taking some profit. Down to smaller size again. Sold the rest for now. I'm going to look for a dip trade for my next setup. Double topped at 65 and then rejected off that level. Not uncommon to see that. Back in at 84 and 90. Buying that dip down there. See if it pops back up over 11. $9.7 million shares of volume. LEJU open again. Wow. Look at that. Nice job. Again, they go with or without you. I'm missing that one. But TLSA has a little bit more volume right now, so focusing on this. High of this current 1 minute candle is 11.15. It's no doubt super extended on the 5-minute chart, but these can remain extended, just like Kodak. I mean, these can be extended for long periods of time. So we're coming up here. I'm gonna put an order at 11.50 for my next trade. We'll see if it holds 11. Starter there. New orders at 11.35. Adding there at 35 for the breakthrough 45. And then looking for the new order to go at 65. So watch here over 11.50. Hands on the buy button for the break of 11.50. Then looking for that squeeze up to 65. Watching, there's 40. 44. Looking to add for the break of 50. Adding there at 43. Looking for the break through the $0.50. Now 65. New order goes at 75. So if it breaks 60, I fumbled that. All right, so new orders at 12. Adding there at 88. Now looking for this to squeeze up over $12. We've got 82 on the ask. Micro pullback. There's 90. There's 93. Taking a little profit up here as it gets closer to 12. New orders at 12.01. Waiting for a dip off of 11.50 for my next trade. Not buying this. Looking for that dip off of 11.50. 1150 would be a pullback. Orders at 1201, watching here, adding at 64. So buying that dip right there at 64, adding at 12 right there. Now looking for the squeeze up to 1225. There's 1217, 1215. A little aggressive on that breakout. Is it going to get back over 12? New order at 1215. Sold the rest for a loss. High is 1217. All right, maybe it's time for a 5-minute pullback. I'm going to be watching TLSA for a bounce off of 10. I'm going to put an order at 1050. So let's see, LEJU halted once, twice, 3 times, 4 times in a row, from 4 to 685. Crazy. This is the market we're in right now. It's unbelievable. And there's oftentimes so much moving, it feels hard to really, to capitalize on everything. It's just there's too much moving. I'm long 1016 on TLSA. I'm buying down here. This is a dip off the VWAP. So I'm taking a starter on it. That's what I would call an irrational sell-off. And I'm going to look to add if it halts on resumption. Orders it. Okay, so I'm going to put an order at $10 to add on resumption. So I'm buying into that weakness, buying a dip, and looking for a pop coming back up. So my next order will be to add down on the resumption. LEJU coming back down, and I'm going to look on that one. I'm not going to add on this one yet. I'm going to wait for resumption because this one is up, I think, too much. So this one, I'm going to wait on resumption, and then I'm going to look to do a trade after it resumes. All right, so we're going to get a resumption on TLSA first. And on this one, the VWAP is 1026. So what I'm looking at is a resumption and then a reclaim.
I see the real consequences and real effects.
Could be wrong, but that's what I'm looking for.
You guys are doing, no. I will take credit and I will take account of what I do, but please do the same. That's it. That's all. You're not. Do me a favor. If you're gonna blame me, you're allowed to blame me after you put this on your screen. You see this? I want you to go make one for you and put it across your own screen. Did you go above and beyond to control your greed? Did you go above and beyond to stop what could have happened? Literally. You know how ugly this thing looks on the screen? I'm not required to do this. It's already in the description. It's not because you guys it's not because of anything. It's just because I'm trying to make it clear. And this is how Wall Street works. All you got to do is put this stupid disclaimer and they will rob you.
Nice bounce.
Do you not get it? And then you
Comes
guys
back
are like,
up
oh,
towards
then
the
you guys
volume weighted
don't
average
care.
price.
Above and beyond. Why am I going above and beyond and you're not? So I don't care, but I'm just saying, because I don't care because I'm good. Like everything's fine. I'm not complaining to anybody. So you have to go above and beyond to stop yourself. Get self-fucking control. That's it. It's okay. We all lose control. We all gamble. We've all been there. But you can't keep doing it consistently. And if you do, you ask for help. You don't blame somebody. Grow up. I'm sorry.
So it's 10:35. Yesterday I traded till
this is not, dude. This is
11:30 or so.
Bro,
We
these are
ended
the
up having
kids.
some
This
really,
is how I get like in my real
continued
estate
momentum,
office,
some really
man.
good momentum. So
It's like people
today,
are blowing
I don't know.
Easy,
It's
you're blowing
10:30. I
easy
mean, maybe we'll
deals,
keep
and then
seeing
you're like, the
momentum.
kid who
Maybe
tells me
things
he wants
will
to quit
slow down a
after
little bit. I'm
fucking
not really
100
sure.
cold calls. Nobody answers me. It doesn't work. Oh no, this
So
is
let's
this is
see.
old Josh. When I was
TLSA,
like, wake the fuck
resumption
up,
is
dude.
looking like 986.
It
I'm gonna
works.
put my
You're
order
not
at $10 to add. I'm in at
That's it.
1016.
You're gonna
And
make me
resumption
pick
is
up the
going to be
phone and
in
get you a deal.
about
That's what I did
minute
last
if
time.
it's a 5-minute long haul. I'm showing resumption now moving up to 10, so I'm going to move my order up to 1010. And I'm going to keep moving my order up.
Did
I'm looking
anyone
for a
talk
bounce
about
off the
stocks?
VWAP
No, we don't talk about
and a squeeze
these
back up
stupid
towards
asses.
11.
Kids come for the
1050
falafel.
maybe,
They missing
maybe.
it, bro. They missing
probably
it.
just
It's
1050
okay.
would be first target, but maybe 11. LEJU, I'll be watching as well. So this is my open P&L here on SPY and Tesla, 218 on SPY, 121 on Tesla swing trades. So those are kind of sitting tight. Let me look at my Etsy FOMO, sad miss. So we'll let this one pull back. Actually, the high is, thing is, I would be half tempted to sell a call spread on it, but it has earnings next week. So I'm not going to do that. All right, so back to TLSA with about 10 seconds to resumption. Orders at 10:10, watching the ad, and catch a pop back up. So I'm going to use shift. I'm going to use the buttons actually. Watching. Happened too fast. I didn't get a chance to add. Is it going to pop to 1050? There you go. So I'm all out, taking my profit on it. Happy with that. Another dip, 950, could be a trade, but it's breaking the VWAP. It needed to hold the VWAP. So I don't usually intend to buy into halts going down. I buy as something is about to get halted, thinking that it might do a false halt, which means I'm buying at the bottom of the band for a pop coming back up. LEJU had a 50,000 share buyer down there. I just missed this because I was looking away for a second. I'm going to let it pull back for a moment. And then watching over 6. Letting it pull back. Adding there at 88 on LEJU for the breakthrough $6. Watch here. Over 88. It's got to break through this level. There's 90. There's 6. 613. I'm taking some profit. There's a 20,000 share seller. It also felt like maybe there was a hidden seller at 88 for a second. So now I'm going to put my new order at 620. If that seller gets bought up, first 1 minute candle to make a new high is over 620. It's currently showing an 80,000 share seller. That's a big seller. Could that be someone trying to go short? For sure. Could definitely be that. Watching. Now in a colder market, just that trade from, and I sold the rest there, just that trade, and I'll look for a dip trade. Just the trade from 88 to 620 would be, in a cold market, a good trade. I'm going to watch a bounce off of 550, the $0.50. $5.50 or 620. Those are the two spots I'm watching on this. First 5 minute candle to make a new high. It's pausing here for a moment. I'm buying, adding back right there, looking for the break back over 6. I'm expecting that seller will get bought up. There's 610. I want to put a new order at 620. Watch 620. Because now I'm not seeing that big seller anymore. So I'm looking for the first candle to make a new high. That's over 618. Orders at 621 on LEJU. Watching. Watching. Looking for 620 to break. Break a 620. 10,000 share buyer down there. Huh. Scaling back down. New order is going to be to buy a dip off of the $0.50. At this point, I'm going to wait for the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. I'm still holding a small position. I'll either do a dip off the $0.50 or a break over 620. Halt level going down is at 34. I'm still holding. I'm going to let it go into a halt and then try to do a dip trade on resumption around 5. I'm going to put my order at 5. I'm only holding 1,200 shares, so if it doesn't play out really well, it'll be okay. But TLSA, I can look for dips on as well. We're seeing stocks halting, going up and going down. That's the market that we're in right now. It's just crazy volatile. SONN. This is a micro pullback right here under 9. I can put an order at 10. Quick trade there, 10,000 share, 15,000 on Sun. Looking for a squeeze up to 20. If I get 10 cents on it, that's 1,500 bucks. That's a 1-minute micro pullback. Looking for the break of 20. There's 15. 9. I sold for probably just a little bit above break even. The VWAP is obviously the real spot, but new order 621 on Sun. LEJU, I still have about 47, 3 minutes to resumption. Nice on Sun. So remember, the volume weighted average price is up here at 53, so we're kind of coming into that resistance spot. So I would expect some resistance around 650 Let's see whether or not Sun can break the volume weighted average price. If it can break it, then that's a whole new trade. I'm going to set a stop on my S&P trade just to put a kind of safety net on it. I'm going to put my stop at break even. I mean, I don't want to get stopped out, but I'd rather get stopped out break even than have it turn into a loss. So that would be a buy of the 300s at 60. I think I've got room on it, but I'll set that as a good till cancel. Yep. All right. So there we go. My P&L on the day is not accurate. Tesla, I don't know. It was never up 500. It was some funny quote at the close. All right. So back to LEJU. In this halt going down with 1,200 shares, looking for a dip to add for a pop back up. Sun fading off the VWAP. So I'm going to put my order at 5. Watching long there on LEJU for the pop back up to 550. So there's 530 on the ask. There's 50. Can it break over the $0.50? See if it can break over 50. So we've got 30 by 37. Still holding. Looking to see if we get that break through the $0.50. There's 50. There's 50, and I'm out with some profit on that trade. Not a lot, but a little. So is there anything else moving right now? LEJU, we need to get back over the volume weighted average price. TLSA, I missed the resumption on that, but that was a nice pop off the low. Halted going down at 848, back up to 9, so that's a 50-cent pop. All right. Well, it's 10:50. I am not sure that I'm going to take any more trades today. I think I'm going to leave it at that. My swing trades, I'm going to leave as they are. I was kind of looking maybe at a Netflix swing trade. It's sort of basing out here. The 467 puts. Let's look at the price on those for next week. Netflix. So August 7th, 465. That's not bad. I could even go down to 450. See, the further out of the money I go, the better my basically the lower the probability is that I'll be assigned the stock if I take the trade, but the lower the premium is as well. I'm going to take the 50s here and I'm going to sell that. This has already had earnings, so I know we don't have an earnings issue. So that means basically I'm saying that I'll buy Netflix at $450 a share, 450. So it's way down there. And if it comes down there by the end of next week, I either have to cover the position for a loss or risk actually having to buy 1,000 shares of that and then selling covered calls against it to either offset losses or manage the trade until I can sell it for a profit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll set a stop on that as well. So I'm going to say that's a market order. So that's next week's. Now, if I wanted to use less buying power, I could do a spread where I would sell the 450s and then buy the 440s. So if I did that, that's only going to use like $10,000 in buying power with a possibility of making $480. So a spread would use a lot less buying power, but you make in this case half as much. So it's as you wish. So let's see. Actually, did it deny that? Rejected. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, I got to go back to I got to reduce the size a little bit on it. So, and in fact, in that case, if I'm going to run out of buying power, then maybe I will go ahead and take this spread. I'll do it as a spread. All right, so I'm going to sell the 450s and buy the 440s. So that's going to be a spread. Max profit's $450 by the end of next week. Max loss is $10,000 if the stock actually goes down to 450. All right, so the profit loss ratio is not great, but the probability of it going down to that price, the market is actually pricing the probability of this at, let's see, probability is basically there's a 94% chance, 92% chance that this will not execute. So that's pretty good. The odds are good. Again, you're not making a lot of money on it, but you don't make a lot of money when you have really good odds. So I'm going to take that new swing trade going into next week, and I will set a stop on it. So create a closing order. The stop, I was in at 48, so I'll set my stop at $1. That means I'm basically risking 500 to make 500. So 1-to-1, and with a 92% chance that it doesn't execute. All right, so good till cancel, stop order, and I'm going to set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about it. My Etsy trade, again, this is kind of a bummer because they have earnings next week. I really wanted it down here. I had a trade down there, but I screwed it up. If I did a position on this where I sold the calls, I'm selling going right into earnings, and the premiums might go up going into earnings as volatility, implied volatility goes up. So I got to leave that one alone for now. Facebook just had earnings. I mean, honestly, this could be a good one to sell covered calls against, or to sell a call spread against because it's up so high. But let's see what the prices look like. So Facebook. So yeah, next week, I'd probably do next week. The weeklies are probably worth basically nothing for the Yeah, they're worth nothing. So let's look at next week's August 7th. So I mean, if I went way up, it basically right now is pricing 90% chance that the 270s close out of the money, which means they expire worthless, and I get to keep that money in my pocket. So if I took this trade right now, I'm making 230 bucks. Max risk is there. I think that might be worth it for a stab. The high is 55 today. And again, I can put a pretty tight stop on that. So the strike is 270. Now I could go closer to in the money on this if I really think that it's not going to retest today's high. But, you know, the risk there is a lot higher. This is